Hi there, it's Nate, the DM for Dice and Desire, with just a silly, awkward intro to this episode. Sometimes you come up with good ideas, sometimes you come up with bad ideas, and sometimes you think, hey, wouldn't it be fun if I put my players through a load of skill checks on an airship? Turns out it wasn't fun. It was a lot of dice rolling, a lot of number reading, and a lot of admin. For hours. So rather than put you through listening to that, it was bad enough doing it the first time, here's Stuart, aka Dweezil Van Sphere, with a song as a recap.
Took our airship to the skies, expecting adventure and more. But what we found was not a thrill, in fact it was a bore. No dogfights with dragons, no aerial duels, no peril that we fall. To truly paint the picture, I'm going to have to break the fourth wall. Have to break the fourth wall. And there was lots and lots of admin. Shift patterns and rotors. There was lots and lots of admin, more than a quota. We rolled some dice. We rolled some more dice. When all the dice were rolled, we simply rolled them all again. Not much fun for a podcast show. Instead you get this tune. I better go now. We'll be appling now soon. Admin. Lots of admin. I'm losing the desire to roll dice. Admin. Such sexy admin.
We are at 8 o'clock in the evening. The sun is setting. You are currently above the Evermoors. You can see that the landscape below you is basically very barren. You never travelled fully into the Evermoors on your travels around the Sword Coast, although you did sort of dabble with it a little bit when you fought that troll, I think, way back in Holliston's Hold. Calling Horn, sorry. But you can see just this moorland, lots of hills and swamps and boggy mess. As you're travelling, you can see some hill giants roaming and romping around the grounds, with orcs and various other bugbears and monsters in tow. You don't know where they're going, and realistically, I doubt you want to be involved in it necessarily, with your destination close now. Right. Let's see if we can get you. Are you going to go into the night time wanting to arrive at the castle? You will be all fully rested, but it will be night time.
What are we planning to do at the castle? What is have we really discussed our plan of action?
Are we doing like honesty is the best policy? Like, are we just going in and being like, we need your magic conch?
We need your magic conch.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Maybe
not as direct as that.
Give us your conch. Some of your conch. Yeah, I mean that I think at this point it would be silly of you not to be discussing your tactics of getting there.
I'm sort of out of this conversation because I'm asleep. But it's really down to the other guys.
Well, I think in the reality is across these last few days you would have been talking, the last couple of days really, you would have been talking about it, passing messages off, sort of giving plans, adding to plans and things like that. You might not be awake at the same time. Yeah. Although the first day, in theory, you were all awake at the same time because you weren't able to long rest.
Although Quint thought he was long resting, so he was probably just downstairs with his eyes closed.
Yeah. Just zoned out.
He was doing some mad shit because he thought he was dreaming.
This is the most vivid dream I've ever had in my life. As he's shitting into out the fucking porthole.
So, someone's looked up and gone, Jesus Christ, what bird dropped that?
I think we'll just go in there. Like, be blunt. We don't need to beat around the bush or anything.
But also, I mean, we have got a secondary sort of objective here as well.
What's the secondary objective?
Rescue Felgloss.
What was the situation with Felgloss again? I know he's captured, but by who?
Have you ever seen in Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
It's a bit like that.
I can assure you
Sorry?
It's a little bit like that. It's not entirely like that.
No, the Gimp's on our ship this time.
Yeah, indeed. He is. You don't know too much other than you know that you asked the Oracle, and she. I say she. It confirmed that Felgloss was being held and tortured by Sansuri and her giants for information, essentially. So you know that he's here, or at least you knew he was here. Whether or not he still is here, obviously, is something you may have to find out. Stuart's right. Those are your two. Those are your two objectives right now. Who knows once you get on board? But right now, you know that you want the conch of teleportation, which will help you get to Maelstrom, the home of the storm giants. But also, if you can, and if he is still there, rescue Felgloss. So with that in mind, are you going to take the opportunity to do the last bit of travel and try and find it at night time, essentially somewhere between 8 and midnight? Or is it worth taking a break and trying to find this in the day?
I mean, when I suggested a break towards the end of the journey, everyone laughed at me. But now, let's just take a break. The castle won't have moved because of someone else has said it.
No, I reckon we just go.
Fine.
We just go for it. Innit? We can't have urgent. Always getting a bit late. Let's back up on the.
Especially because we're going to arrive all rested, aren't we? So it's ideal, other than the time. Whereas if we stop and then we got to do it again in the morning, where someone might be exhausted or whatever. So I think we just go for it and just arrive at night and just say that's when we arrive. We couldn't help it. If they ask why we're trying to land on their castle in the middle of the night.
Okay. Is that the plan then?
Yeah.
Okay. Right then. Who is doing this shift then?
Me, Daboff, and Quinch.
Dweezil, Daboff, and Quinch.
Captain Dweezil, no less.
Nice.
Okay. Dweezil last had a long rest that ended at 8 a.m.
I woke up at 8 a.m. Yeah, and it's currently 8 p.m.
8 a.m. Okie dokie, that's fine. I will make notes of the rest. And that would be the same for Daboff, right? I think you two.
No, Daboff's.
I've literally just got up from mine.
Oh. No, you did the last shift for today.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
No.
Greg, Quinch, and Daboff.
4 to 8. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Daboff's.
Oh yeah, but he woke up 4 hours before that.
He woke up at he woke up at midnight.
Midday.
Sorry, 12 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. And Quinch woke up at 4.
This is the most admin that has ever been featured in a D&D podcast. Should we just sack off? Let's not release audio for this episode. Let's release it as a spreadsheet.
Yeah, title it managerial.
Listen. You are about. This could be important.
Oh,
I agree. It's a mathematical grind, but hey.
Ned's been waiting 3 years to use his mathematical.
Right then, Captain Quinch.
No, Captain Dweezil.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Captain Dweezil to take us home.
Yeah. with a
There we land.
He wants the fucking glory, doesn't he?
with the bardic inspiration.
Well-
What do you want to say you want for this? Persuasion, yeah?
Insight, my friend.
Intimidation, yeah?
Insight, my friend.
Investigation?
Yep, insight.
Oh, natural 20. Boom, in your face.
Nice. Give me a DC 13. Daboff and Quinch.
Logmaster Quinch reporting for duty.
27.
Oh,
Oh, 25.
Nice.
25.
in style.
Lovely.
I mean, we've
success.
just...
Yeah, Daboff kind of handbrake turns it into the parking
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quinch sorted out the nos.
As we're coming to a stop, that's the worst possible time.
Reverse nos.
The Noz.
Son.
The snot. Right. Okay. Right, you travel a full 32 miles.
Wow.
Well-
33. Shall we say 33?
Let's say 33. Regardless of how far you travel, you do end up across the Evermoors. You don't arrive in one particular stop. You get to a point. You decide to sort of get to sort of the middle of the moors and think, right, you can't see anything, and you start searching around within this shift, and eventually, off into the distance, one of you, let's say the captain, one of you, Captain Dweezil, looks off, and he sees a cloud which looks unlike any other cloud in the sky. It is nighttime. There are stars in the sky. However, there are dots of light around this cloud which appear somewhat unnatural, or at least not like stars. And you get an inkling that this is the place that you have been looking for. You are far enough away that you know that this is your destination, but not close enough right now to make out any real detail aside from large buildings on top of clouds. You've discussed your tactics once you land or once you sort of get to the castle. But why don't you give me an idea about what you want to do in terms of actually approaching the castle itself? Like, full steam ahead? Do you want to take it slowly? Do you want to scout around?
The white flag of parley.
Okay.
Perhaps make us seem unthreatening, and maybe approach gingerly on a, sort of a bit of a, almost a sort of zigzag, just meander our way towards, waiting for some kind of signal or welcome. Obviously invited by the fact that we're going to be flying a flag.
Okay. Can you give me a D4 roll, please?
1.
1. Okay, thank you very much. Right. So have you got something that you could use for this sort of white flag of surrender, or whatever you want to call it?
Quinch's pillowcase or something?
A tiny pillowcase.
I'm going to cast Silent Image to create like the white flag and then just some like text underneath in common that says like friendly or something. Yeah. And that will be a 15-foot cube.
Let's get to know each other.
Yeah, ASL, Yeah.
Okay. You do that, but at the same time you're sort of moving up gingerly, so to speak, or are you sort of doing that from a distance and stopping? Or
coquettishly, I think.
Can we turn
Excellent,
our weapons away from them as well? Make sure they're not looking like they're ready to fire.
Yeah, don't look.
You mean like the harpoon gun and stuff?
Or just like aim it down at the deck rather than,
Misfire.
Well, yeah, not directly at the deck, but aim it at Quinch.
Or
Okay.
just take the harpoon out.
No, you want to keep it loaded just in case.
I don't think we have a harpoon anyway.
I keep that thing on me. Yeah. No.
Okay. Right, you start moving up coquettishly, Which we all definitely know that word. And as you get closer, it's a little hard to make out the full, finer detail here because of the night time and things like that. But those of you with dark vision, maybe you can make out a little bit more. The angle that you are currently approaching the castle, you can see essentially what you can see is what appears to be two clouds. It's hard to see the full range of these because of the angle you're approaching, but you can, even from this angle, you can see that there appears to be one smaller cloud facing you, or in front of you, but there appears to be a larger cloud behind that as you're looking. There is a huge castle sat atop these clouds, beyond anything Zephyros had. For you, Zephyros's castle was a huge structure, and size very much for a cloud giant. This is 5, 6, 7 times the size of what Zephyros has. This is a huge structure, an even bigger thing that you know that navigating around and finding Felgloss and doing anything is going to be troublesome. On the cloud you are approaching, you see what appears to be a certainly not a small building, but a smaller building compared to the rest of it. From this building, there appears to be a staircase or some sort of structure that leads down to the cloud itself. Behind that is where the main body of this castle lies. From this angle, you can't see obviously the whole way around, but from this angle, it appears to be made up of a number of different towers, round towers of differing heights that sort of like just break out into the sky. In terms of size, you would think that the smaller building sat in front of you, there appears to be enough space, both on the cloud itself. You know from your time with Zephyros that the clouds are, generally speaking, solid enough that you can walk on them and things like that. There appears to be space on the cloud and indeed space on the building itself to land the airship, should you wish to do so. There appears to also be potentially other options available to you, but without doing a full reconnaissance, you wouldn't know what other opportunities there are.
I reckon we just go in, we just land it, and just head on in.
Yeah?
I don't think recon's the way to go.
Yeah,
unless we've got a reason.
Land on the door, or by the front door.
Because I think if we just land and walk in, they'll probably see us coming, but they're not going to be like, oh, they're scouting us out. They're just going to be like, it means that if we're going to try and convince them that our intentions are genuine, we've got a better shot than if we're like, oh, we did just do 4 laps of your castle just to double check there's like what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's
agree.
a good idea to appear honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking? So you have the opportunity to say there appears to be a building on the cloud and the cloud itself.
Cloud itself. It's rude to park up on the building.
Yeah.
I have no preference in terms of that.
Unless they've got a landing pad, then it's assumed you're going to land there, right?
Okay. Right, you approach from your direction. Are you all awake at this point? As those who are long resting, have you been woken up?
If that last section was 4 hours, I've long rested and woken up.
It's now sort of around midnight time.
So I'm long rested and I'm fine.
And if I've worked this out correctly, Dweezil is the only one at risk of a exhaustion if he's
Greg as
here
well.
without.
No, I didn't do the last shift.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have got a full long shift. You wouldn't have got a full
4
long
hours,
rest.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Okay, so you both woke up at the same time, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you both are at risk of a exhaustion if you do not get a rest before 8 a.m. Right. Okay. So you approach the large castles and the clouds, and you set your ship down on the cloud. Nothing happens. Those of you that are awake,
All of us.
yeah, hear the screeches and screams of something being tortured, of something being attacked, beaten, who knows what. It is loud, it is ear-splitting, it is quite hard to listen to. You can hear it for some distance before you even land on the castle. As you land on the cloud, however, that noise almost instantly stops. Right.
Sure, she's not embarrassed by what she's doing and like, oh, there's people here. We better stop torturing the dragon.
Let's just take a break from the torture because we've got guests.
Oh, you've caught me as my weakest. Okay, as you land, nothing happens. You are not attacked or greeted or anything. You find yourself on the cloud, still on the ship. Next to you is this building, which from your guesstimate is approximately 40 foot high. And you can see now. Again, it is still quite dark. So those of you, I'm not going to say it's pitch black, so even Greg can see, but perhaps not as well, and Quinch as well. Sorry.
Does the glow from the fire of the airship illuminate the area to some extent?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So that would illuminate it a little. Cool. As I say, fine details, maybe not great, but you can certainly see. You can certainly see enough, and you know yourself. Like if you're outside, it's not like it's pitch black that you can't see a single thing. And there is some light coming off the castle as well. You can see there's a few windows off on the larger structure where there's a bit of light that's seeping out. You can see now that you're up close. You can see that there are these stairs that lead down to the cloud. Each of these is about 4 foot high and about 4 foot wide. So climbing them is not going to be a quick and easy task. These are designed for giants, and so the reality is they're going to be difficult terrain for you guys to climb. But there appears to be no one stopping you. There appears to be nothing here to prevent you from climbing these stairs. As I say, you are still on the ship. Right now, nothing is happening.
Noticing it's dark, particularly observantly, Quinch puts his goggles on.
Okay, that's fine. But like I say, I don't think you need them to be able to see, but it's certainly not going to hurt, I don't think. Okay, what are you doing?
Progress, yeah.
Make our way in, yeah.
Shall we...
Stuart's faces, otherwise.
I don't know. I'm just wondering now. I'm back to this, which was Luke's original idea. And even though it was me that made us do the ridiculous 4-hour shift rigmarole, now I'm thinking, would it be better to try and get ourselves all back to the same sleep pattern?
We're out of a pattern though.
I know, and
we can't actually get back into a same pattern.
No,
because it would require
without exhaustion.
Jet
2 within 24 hours and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine for one group to fix it, but then the second group almost can't because they would require that second break within the first same 24 hours as the first.
Quite problematic.
It's probably not the best place to rest either, having just landed on their property and then just immediately have a nap.
Breaking into someone's house and then just having a little sleep.
Yeah. We're not Goldilocks. I was about to say Goldilocks.
This cloud is too firm. This cloud is too soft. Right. What are you doing? What's the plan?
I think, we come here to do something. Let's
just go in.
Make our way down.
The weary travellers looking for a place to rest.
Yeah, Quinch will naturally fly down the steps.
Whoever so wishes to be brave, would you roll me a D20, please?
Of course.
Just any? Oh.
Just one of you. Just only one of you.
13.
13 giants appear.
Okay. Fine. Right, you climb off your ship and start climbing the stairs, I presume.
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Ascending.
Anything you wish to do whilst climbing these stairs? Are you just going as is? And
Race to the top, Krill.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
I asked Dweezil if he wants me to do anything special.
He's busy running at the minute, mate.
yeah, he's gone. So the pair of you, let's
No,
have a.
I'm not running.
I wouldn't have thought.
Setting Krill off running up.
Oh, we're doing this.
thought
We're doing
Dweezil
this
would be-
again, are we?
Yeah,
We're doing
yeah.
this-
Same bit.
We're back to Yata. Was that Yata? Okie dokie. So, Krill, give me athletics as you're doing this. Don't worry, there's no exhaustion this time because you'll get halfway up and realise this is a stupid task to do to climb 4 foot.
Really?
Well, maybe. Let's just see how far he gets up.
16.
16. You get halfway before you realise that
I'm winning.
Dweezil hasn't even. He's conversing with Quinch back on the cloud about what Quinch wants you to do. Right. You all collectively, though, take your time and climb these stairs. As I say, they're about 4 foot tall. Dabov is obviously going to need a little bit of a hand up because it's actually taller than I think Dabov.
With the spider slippers.
Not with the spider slippers, of course. But I still think it would be difficult terrain, I think.
I'm also not affected by difficult terrain because of the mobile feet.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Wow, you're just racing up there. Then you beat Krill. Right, you climb up to the top of these stairs, and there appears to be a door at the top of these stairs that leads into the building.
It's a giant-sized door, is it?
Giant-sized door. So this door is about. Let me just double check. I think it's about 30 foot tall. Let me just double check.
Big, like everything oversized.
27 foot tall. And what you see is it's just a single door. It's not a double door. And there appears to be sort of a latch on it, which is about 12 foot high. You get the impression that one of you could probably do the latch, and someone else would need to push the door.
Big latch.
I mean, it's big, but it's certainly doable for one of your size. It would just require a strength.
I'll have a go at the latch, if that's all right.
Big hinges.
Big hinges, yeah. Krill, this Krill gets old school. Krill gets like, oh god, this is a door I'd love to kick in.
Is it like a letterbox, door number?
Big cat flap.
Big oversized, big letterbox, big. What else do you have on doors? Knockers. Big knockers.
Big knockers, yeah. Big knockers. Big knocker.
It's just
one knocker.
a normal sized cat flap though. Like he's got regular cats.
Nice. So Krill, you are going to need help up there. But you reckon with a strength check, an athletics check, you can get that. Oh no! So the latch itself, you could probably do on your own. Anybody pushing it would need to do an athletics check to push the door.
So my strength in.
So you're probably better at the ground to push, right?
All right, yeah, that's fine.
There's no check for the latch itself. So somebody would need. It's 12 foot up. So
Davov's
obviously Davov can.
I'll go up with the slippers.
Yeah.
Okay. So you climb up there, and you sort of, with a bit of a strain and whatnot, you manage to pull this latch up or push it up. Krill, can you give me an athletics DC 14, please?
To push.
To push, yeah, or pull. You decide. Actually, it'll probably be a push.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you decide. One way it'll open, the other way it won't. But
Yeah. Also, there's nothing here for him to pull. It will just be
Can I have another go?
Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
Why didn't you? Did you roll with advantage?
Yeah.
Wow.
I rolled a 2.
Krill, do you want me to give it a push?
And then I rolled a 3.
Quinch comes in there.
Oh no, we're right. Piss off. 19.
21. Does that do it?
Krill takes a little bit longer than he normally would. Possibly a little bit of performance anxiety.
Running up the stairs.
Yeah, indeed. You managed to push this door open with a bit of a bit of difficulty, but you managed to do so. And what is before you is not a courtyard, but there appears to be sort of a receiving area, so to speak, where you could have very much landed the airship. Had you decided to do so and avoided all of this. There appears to be either side of you two sort of further buildings that go up. But you can't see anything of what, you can't see doorways from this side of where you are. In front of you, a good 100 foot away nearly, there appears to be a bridge which leads from this smaller building over to the larger castle. There appears to be two creatures this side of the bridge. Just off in the distance, you wonder if you can see some more creatures on the other side of the bridge. More importantly, walking from the other side of the bridge, and about halfway down, appears to be a cloud giant walking towards you as a group.
What? How's his temperament looking?
He looks.
We
intent.
assumed it was a man, and we know it's a man, do we?
Apologies, just to confirm, it is a male. You are able to tell that from this distance.
Male percent, right, okay.
He looks intent. He is striding towards you. He appears to be formally dressed.
So he used to be dressed.
Yes. Thank you, Andrew. Nice. Well done.
Awful.
In fine armour. In one hand, he is wielding a mace.
Nice.
Which is drawn, but not aggressively so. He just has it in hand. And he appears to have... well, actually, from this distance, you can't tell this. He continues to stride towards you until he is about 20 foot away from you. He looks at you and says, "My name is Cresaro. I am the castellan of Lin Armal, home of Our Lady Countess Sansuri. You were not given permission to land. You are trespassing."
I will reply, in Jotun. Catch him off his guard.
That was all in common, just FYI. But yes, that's fine. Feel free to go in Jotun.
I'm going to say we are trespassing, and for that I must apologise. But we did not know how to contact you. I offer the apologies of. I offer you the apologies of myself, the apologies of my friends, and all of our ancestors. We all apologise to you for this lack of manners, but it was vital that we come here to visit and to pay our respects to the Countess Sansori. We have travelled many, many miles across the Evermoors to find our way to Linarmar. And once again, I apologise for the way in which we did it, but the meaning behind it was of great respect, and we did not mean any disrespect in our trespass.
You have come to pay respect, you say?
We have.
It is late for respect.
Yeah, I am aware of that. There have been some. Can I speak to you as just a man for the moment, rather than as a giant? Are you a father?
No.
Right. Okay. Are you familiar with?
Just on that point, you look at him now that he's a bit closer, and you sort of take him in, and he is, by giant standard. I mean, you've obviously not come across a lot of giants, but he looks quite young. Right. Compared to, say, Harshnag and things like that. I mean, he's still probably, comparatively speaking, he might still be 100 years old, but like by giant status, he looks quite young compared to what you've been dealt with in the past.
We had some issues with sleeping patterns caused by air travel. We're somewhat blimp lagged, as often happens when people travel vast distances by air when they're not used to it. I'm sure you don't have this issue because you're used to flying around in this magnificent castle in the clouds. So we arrived here again. Yes, we trespass. Yes, we are here at an inopportune time. If it pleases you, Chrysala.
Crosaro. So CR.
Yeah.
Let me just let me get the spelling of this. CRESARO. A bit like Cesaro.
Yeah. Thank you, Cesaro. If it pleases you, Cesaro, and if it makes your job easier, we could stay on our airship parked up over there, and then come at an appointed time tomorrow. We could meet you here at an appointed time. It's probably not ideal to visit the Countess at this time.
He looks at you and looks sort of over your shoulder. Like, are you still stood in a group?
Yeah. Quinch is certainly standing sort of respectfully, like just bowed on his sword.
Okay. Can you give me a persuasion check, please, Dweezil?
Yeah, I can make it. That is a 21.
Okay. Let's roll an insight, but it's probably not going to beat that. No, it's not. He sort of looks at you sort of very sternly, looks over the rest of your group who have not spoken a word at this point, and says, well, this is most unusual behavior, and the Countess will not be happy. But if you are who you say you are and wish to pay respects to her imperious lady, this is agreeable. And he turns round and walks up to whatever it is that's standing at the doorway. And you see that he strides back towards you with two Aarakocras, or seeming to be Aarakocras. They don't look quite like most that you've come across in the past. Come sort of flying behind him, and he returns to you and says, "These are two of our guards. They will watch you overnight to ensure that there is no funny business."
With us, I wouldn't have thought so.
It is agreed then. We will wake you in the morning. Do not dare to step foot again on the castle until we have woken you.
Okay. Thank you. We'll get back on the...
Okay. And he walks back towards the castle. These two Aarakocras stare at you somewhat blankly. You head back down to the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See no reason.
Yeah,
not
let's
to.
do it. Like as you said, we won't leave until the morning. We'll see what they say first. So, are you actually planning on sleeping, or are you actually planning on breaking into the castle? That's what I'm getting at.
No, planning on sleeping, trying to
Gas back in
normalise.
sync.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fine, yeah.
At least me and you can get a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly, I don't know, maybe dab off.
I mean, I've been awake for probably 20 minutes, so it's not...
Yeah, maybe Daboff could squeeze one in, because he was only up for... He only had his at, like... What? No, he slept now. From... He slept from 12 o'clock until...
The trouble is, you guys are going to hit exhaustion when you get to 8 a.m, which is probably when the sort of time that they're going to be waking you.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm thinking about sleeping.
Well, that won't be till 8 a.m. You can't really get a long rest until.
When did you start your...
Because you got up at 8.
I
Yeah,
got
but when
up
did
at
they
8
start?
Oh no, I guess you probably could, because I guess you don't wake up at 8 o'clock and go to bed at 8 o'clock the next day. So that's fine. Yeah, you can get your rest in at 12.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to get one though, will I? Because I went to sleep at 8, didn't I?
Yeah, you went to sleep at 8. Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's what we need to be looking at. You went to sleep at 8, so you probably wouldn't.
I'll just have exhaustion tomorrow. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm basically good until midnight. No. So
you got up at
8. So I'm good till 8 o'clock. So I'm good till 8 o'clock the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I will no doubt sleep before then. So I'm pretty.
Daboff got up at 8 p.m. So he's been awake. Daboff's been awake for. I don't know.
Just give me exhaustion tomorrow, and that'll be fine. I'll deal with it.
I'll work out the times off thing. At the moment, none of you exhausted. That's the important thing, right? None of you are exhausted right now.
No.
I'll work out the exact times, but the reality is, you can get in some rest before then anyway, whether it's a short rest or something like that. Okay, you head on back down to the ship. Then is that the plan? You're not breaking in or anything silly like that.
Yeah, I think we should be on the level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you take the time to head on back down to the airship, and as you get down there, you take one last look back at the building that you were on, and you can see these two Aarakocras now perched on the side of this building, essentially looking down at you, watching from a distance, to ensure that you do nothing silly during the night.
What colour are the Aarakocras?
Pure white.
And do I know that as being typical?
I mean, Aarakocras are bird people. They can come in all types. They appear to be very regal looking, but aside from the fact that they are looking regal, there's something a little off about them compared to normal Aarakocras that you have come across in the past.
Interesting.
More about their behaviour and the way that they move rather than anything else. Okay.
Dweezil, have you noticed that the Aarakocra are slightly odd? I wonder if they're being manipulated in some way.
They're almost like they're sort of glitchy, aren't they?
There's that flavour to them, yes.
I wonder whether they are some kind of summoned creature rather than a real creature.
Yes. Something is not quite right here.
Yeah, I concur.
Right, you all settle down onto the ship. As I say, it's still a give or take about midnight. It's probably a little bit later now, given the traipsing up and back down. And you settle down for those of you that can get your long rests. Those of you that can't quite settle just yet, you have a decision to make as to whether you just power through or try and get a little bit of rest. But you get through to the morning, and stood beside your airship stands Crisaro, and he sort of bashes on the side of your airship to sort of wake you up and to rouse you to, do whatever it is to get your attention.
Yeah, I mean, I've been awake this whole time, so I'm not too surprised. I'm probably sat on deck.
Okay, you and anyone else that is on deck at that time. He looks up, or do you look down to him? Do you come down to him? What do you?
Yeah, I'll probably go say hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look over the side of the ship and look down to him, and he looks up at you and says, "The Countess will see you now."
Another delicious episode in the can. Thanks for listening. You can find us on social media. Maybe you could share your favourite moments with us. If you have any friends or family that you think would enjoy the antics of the circus, we'd appreciate it if you told them about our podcast. What is this voice? I don't know, but isn't it just so?
If you have any spare change, you can support us financially on Ko-fi. It is of paramount importance that you do so.
Open square bracket. Hi lads, here's the script for the outro I'm planning to record. I don't know how to end it, so let me know if you can think of anything witty to finish it at. Oh.